The first time that I experienced the joys of going to school was at the nursery level. I was a smart boy with no bashful bone in my body. I was the only child of the clan, so I was passed around between aunts and uncles, with whom I would sometimes stay for days or maybe just lunch. I was always a guest at somebody's home. It was second nature to me, performing in front of people and entertaining them like a mascot. I think it was my way of saying thank you for the meal. I was homeschooled by my mother, so I knew my numbers and letters, even before I first sat in the wooden armchair with a desk full of doodles. I immediately carved my name onto it along with a stick figure, the same way I drew on the wooden walls of my grandmother's house where we were staying. My mother said that it was only temporary because she just had my annoying baby sister, and that my father recently got a job working at a construction site. It was only 2 months of school, but I really enjoyed it. I performed well and participated in everything. I was even asked to dance and sing in front of the class, and everyone loved it. I remember it was the last day of class and I had to say goodbye to everyone. My teacher was even a little teary-eyed when she hugged me tight. I was also sad, but she told me that I should perform for them again at the Christmas party. So it was something I looked forward to. For the next few months, I really practiced my performance. All the while, my mother homeschooled me and took care of the baby. My annoying sister was drinking so much milk that my mother had this crumpled expression on her face whenever she looked at the can of powdered baby formula. Finally, the day of the Christmas party came, and I was even personally invited by my teacher in case I forgot about it. It really was a lot of fun being with my classmates again after all that time. There was something odd about my classmates that I couldn't really figure out, but it wasn't enough to diminish the fun we had. We played games and had free food that I ate while sitting in the wooden armchair with my name covered in someone else's doodles. It was the best spaghetti with cut-up hot dogs I had ever tasted. I thanked them all for the meal, with a well-practiced song and dance performance. I was still giddy on the walk home with my mother. As I was playing it all again in my head, I finally pinned down that odd feeling I had all this time. I was only a guest at the Christmas party. I wasn't really a part of the class. I stopped and looked at my mother. She stroked my sister's hair, who was then sleeping in her arms. Then she looked at me and said, "Next time, you'll take the whole year. I promise." I nodded, and we continued our walk home.